What's going on, everybody? In this video, I want to show everybody how to get involved in Algorand governance. Now, there are 4 different ways to do so, and I want to show you each and every one of them. First is the traditional method through the Algorand governance portal, and the other 3 are through newly launched dApps that are also offering governance services, including Algofi, Finance, and GARD. If you like the content, smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and get the word out there. Now with that out of the way, let's dive right into it. Now for those of you that have already participated in Algorand governance through the traditional governance portal, you may want to skip a few minutes ahead. Now for those who haven't participated in governance yet, the first thing you need to do is get your coins off of centralized exchanges, including Coinbase, Binance, FTX. Get them off the exchanges and open up your own wallet. The best 2 wallets to use, in fact the only 2 wallets you can use for governance, are the desktop wallet, which is the MyAlgo wallet, or the mobile wallet, which is the Para wallet you can find in the Apple App Store and the Google Play stores. Once you figure out which wallet you want to use, you're going to want to go and set up a wallet. It's super easy, but just remember to write down the words it gives you for your secret passphrase. You do not want to lose these words, as they are the backup to get back into your wallet if you're ever locked out. If you lose these keys, you may lose your crypto. So write them down and keep them somewhere safe, whether it's in a safety deposit box, a filing cabinet, or what have you. Just keep them somewhere safe so you know that you can always get back into this wallet if for some reason you get locked out or you lose your phone and you need to upload your wallet to a new phone or what have you. Now with that out of the way, you have your coins off of centralized exchanges, you have your coins in your own Algorand wallet. Now you have to decide which way you're going to participate in Algorand governance. The first and least risky way is through the Algorand governance portal. It's the least risky way because your coins never leave your wallet. All you have to do is commit your coins to governance and make sure you vote and keep your coins committed to the governance portal for 3 months at a period in order to be eligible for your rewards. It's very simple, and I'm going to show you how it's done now. Alright, so the first way I'm going to show you, as I said, is the least risky way. And to do that, you go to the Algorand governance portal, which can be found at governance.algorand.foundation. Once you get there, you'll see this web page, and in the top right, you can click on Connect Wallet. As you can see, we've got the Para-Algo wallet, which we mentioned before, the MyAlgo wallet, which we also mentioned, and one we didn't mention, which is the Algo Signer. I've personally never used this wallet, and I know some dApps haven't integrated with this wallet yet, so that's why I usually stick with the other 2. That said, I'm going to click on MyAlgo wallet because it is the wallet that I use. You'll be prompted to enter in your password. And from there, you're connected to the governance portal, and as you can see, I have a balance of 426 Algorand in this wallet. From here, you click on Use, and then you scroll down to where you see Commit Algos. You click here, and you choose the amount you'd like to commit. I'm going to choose 100 Algorand. Then you click on Commit Algos. From there, you're prompted to sign your transaction again. Awesome, we have committed 100 Algorand to the Algorand governance portal. Governance period 3 starts on March 31st and it ends on June 30th. There'll be one voting period from April 30th to May 14th, and you have to be sure to vote in order to be eligible for rewards. There are about 70 million Algorand given out each governance period for rewards. And that's that. It's super simple. All you have to do is connect your wallet to the page and commit the amount of Algorand that you want to commit to the governance period. You just have to keep in mind that because these coins stay in your wallet, you have to make sure that you do not go under your commit. Meaning, we just committed in this example 100 Algorand. My wallet can never go under 100 Algorand, or else I lose my eligibility to these rewards. It's sort of a soft lock, so you have to be sure to keep track of that. That's why a lot of people in the community like to set up a brand new wallet just for governance. That way they're not transacting in that wallet as well, and there's never a chance that they accidentally go under commit by 1 or 2 Algorand. Next up on our list is Algophy. I personally love Algophy, and I will be using Algo5 for the bulk of my governance needs. Now, the latter three methods, although they are riskier because you are locking your tokens in a smart contract versus keeping them in your wallet, you're contributing to the TVL of the network, and TVL stands for Total Value Locked. And if you can look at any metrics on this data, you'll see that price often correlates to TVL, meaning the higher the TVL often correlates to the higher the price of the asset. Therefore, one of the best things we can do to grow the price of Algorand is contribute to the TVL on the network. One way to do that is through an Algo5 Vault. An Algo5 Vault allows you to put your Algorand in a vault, commit it to governance, and then borrow against that Algorand if you wish. You do not have to borrow, so you don't need to open up any sort of leverage position or debt position. You can simply deposit your Algorand into the vault, adding to the TVL of the network, and still participating in the governance. The added benefit is your Algorand is now liquid, and if you need to tap into it, you can borrow against it at any point in the period while still gaining rewards. Now, to show you how to do this, you want to go over to app.algophi.org. Once you get there, you'll probably land on the swap page, and in the left-hand corner, you're going to want to go over to where you see Vault. Now, if you've already used Algophy before on the lending protocol, you may want to go over to your lending protocol, and if you've supplied any Algorand, you may want to withdraw the Algorand you supplied and use that for your governance vault. But regardless, you want to click over to Vault. Over here on the left side, you'll be brought to a page that looks like this. Let me zoom in a little bit. You'll be brought to a page that looks like this. And as you can see, there's about 3.5 days left to commit to governance. There's 33 million Algorand committed to the vaults through Algophy. And all you need to do, and I'm going to use 100 Algorand again, is hit the amount you want to commit, which is, in this case, 100. Click on Supply. Enter in your password, of course, and wait for the transaction to be validated. Awesome. The transaction has been validated, and as you can see on my end, if this is your first time, you will not see this, but I have done this a few times. You'll see on my end, it says ineligible, warning, insufficient funds in the vault, and that's because right here, you'll see my committed stake is 999, because I've already done this process once, and I've already quote-unquote committed 999 Algorand, so I'm actually under my commitment, but you can actually change your commitment as many times as you want, leading up to that final minute before the governance period sign-up ends. After that, you cannot change your commit whatsoever. So whatever you've committed after the sign-ups end, you have to maintain that position. But this is perfectly fine because now that we've added 100 Algorand, you click over to Govern, you click down to Commit to Governance, and I'm going to commit my entire 100 stash. You click on Commit once more, and of course you're prompted to enter your password. You do that once more, you wait for that transaction to finalize, and you've successfully committed 100 Algorand through an Algo5 Vault to governance. As you can see here, I am now eligible again because we recommitted and my committed stake is 100, my vault is 100, and we are eligible because of that. If my vault goes under 100, this committed amount, I will then become ineligible again, as you just saw before. Now, when the voting period opens, you'll see down here, you can click this drop-down button and the voting tab will open up, and this will allow you to vote on whatever proposals are proposed at the time. And then from there, when the period ends, there's another drop-down here in which you can claim your rewards. Of course, neither of these two drop-downs are available yet because voting hasn't started and neither have reward distributions. And that's that. That is how you add Algorand to an Algo5 Vault, contribute to the TVL of the network, and participate in governance. Now from there, you can do all sorts of interesting things because if you go back to the lend, you'll see over here, you now have vaulted Algorand in your supplied collateral slot, which now you can borrow against and yield farm in various ways throughout the ecosystem. This video is not a strategic video, it's just a how-to video, but sit tight because I will have a video coming out in the future on yield farming strategies for all of these various platforms. Now, on to the next one. Algo Guard is also a very interesting way to commit your Algorand to governance and also increase its liquidity, essentially being able to borrow against that Algorand if you so need. So you're going to want to go over to guard.money, and then from there launch the app and you will get a page that looks like this. From there, you click in the top right, Connect Wallet, agree to the terms and service, click on the wallet of your choice, and enter your password. So you're going to want to find New CDP on the left-hand side of your screen. Once you get there, you'll see here, at the top you see your Algorand balance, which right now is 326 for my wallet. You're going to choose how many Algorand you want to send as collateral to the CDP, and as before, we're going to use 100. Then you have to choose how much GARD you want to mint, and GARD is supposed to be a stable coin pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar, a soft peg. Sometimes it loses it a little bit, but that being said, you obviously do not have to mint that much GARD at all, although there is a minimum of 1, so we will hit 1. You want to make sure you're over-collateralized by a good portion. This is a substantially good portion. I don't ever see a scenario where I will be liquidated because of this 1 GARD I minted. As you can see here, it'll even tell you the liquidation price. Algo would have to get to about 1 cent for me to be liquidated off this position. So once everything looks good here, and you see, there's protocol fees and everything, once everything looks good, you clicked Submit Mint Request. You click on Confirm Transaction, and of course, as with everything, you will be prompted to sign with your password. Now we sit tight as we mint our CDP and our GARD. Alright, we have successfully opened a CDP, and then it gives you the ID number, transaction ID, the confirmed on the round number, just stuff in case you want to have bookkeeping, you want to keep transaction logs, all that jazz. Click OK, and then from there you can go over to Manage CDPs, and you can see here, I could mint more GARD. The maximum additional GARD I can mint is 53. I could mint 10 more if I want. I could mint 53 more if I want. I don't want to mint any more right now, but it gives you that option just so you know it's right there, super simple to do. You can always add more to your collateral right here. Super simple as well. You just want to click on Add Collateral, enter the value here that you want to add, and so forth. Then if you click over on the left-hand side where it says Algo Governance, you can then click on Commit and make sure that those 100 algos from CDP number 7, the CDP that we just created, will be committed to governance. This is an important step because opening the vault or the CDP in this scenario doesn't automatically commit you to governance. There's a difference besides being in the vault and being committed to governance. You just want to be sure you're doing both. Confirm commitment to governance, sign the transaction again, and we have successfully committed your algos from CDP7 to governance. You may verify by going to governance.algorand.foundation, blah, 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 and it gives you the address and the transaction ID so you can go and cross-reference all of this for yourself. And there you have it. You have now committed your Algorand into a GARD CDP for governance. As with Algophy, you are adding to the TVL of the network, and you're creating a more liquid governance stash in which now you could mint GARD off of and take that GARD into the ecosystem to participate in DeFi in so many various different ways. Of course, you're going to want to remember to vote, and right here there is a place vote button, but voting hasn't opened up yet, so no need to worry yet, but be sure to keep an eye on that because when voting opens up, it's only open for about a week or two before it closes, and you must vote in order to get your rewards. Next, but certainly not least, is Folks Finance. Now, Folks Finance is a lending protocol much like Algophy that's doing something a little bit different with their governance structure. And what they're doing is allowing you to commit Algorand to the governance structure and mint G-Algo, a 1-to-1 minting. For every Algorand you commit to the protocol, for governance, you get back 1 G-Algo to be able to use throughout the ecosystem in various DeFi protocols, whether it's yield farming, liquidity providing, or what have you. During this first round, if you commit your Algorand through Folks Finance, you're delegating your Algorand vote to Volksfinance, in which they said they are voting with the AlgoFoundation. In future iterations of governance and Volksfinance, they did mention that they're working on a voting system to allow the Volksfinance community to vote, as opposed to just delegating their votes to Volksfinance. As of right now, the 3 DeFi protocols offering to unlock Algorand governance liquidity, Volksfinance is the only one, at least this period, in which you are delegating your vote. The other 2 protocols we mentioned before, Algophy and GARD, you are not delegating your vote and you are still in full control over that vote. That being said, I still really like Volksfinance, and to find Volksfinance, you would go over to app.volks.finance. You'll be prompted to this screen right here, and on the left-hand side, you'll be able to see a tab that says Algo Liquid Governance. I'll zoom in a little bit because I know it's tough to see. But right here, you'll see Algo Liquid Governance. You click on that, and then you can see all of your data. You can see I have 202 Algorand in my wallet as of right now. The rewards are roughly about almost 16% currently for governance, and so forth. So all you want to do is click on Mint. Then you select the amount of Algorand you want to commit to the protocol and mint G-Algo. I would like, as before, to do 100 Algorand. You click Continue, then you click on Mint, and then you enter in your password. Awesome, we've successfully minted 100 G-Algo, and then we click on Done. And that is that. We have 100 G-Algo, we have 100 Algo committed, and that's it. Now the rewards are about 4 Algorand, and that's just for participating in governance. But I also now have this G-Algo that I can go spend anywhere in the ecosystem. I can even take it back to the dashboard over here. I could then deposit that G-Algo back to the lending protocol to use as collateral. Awesome, we have successfully deposited 100 G-Algo to the protocol. And as you can see here, here's my deposit information right there. And if I want, you can click over to borrow, and I could now borrow USDC, USDT, GoBTC, GoETH, or even more Algorand to commit to more governance if you'd like, or whatever you want to do. You do not have to borrow at all. So I know there's people that are worried about taking on debt, which you do not have to worry about because you do not need to take on any debt. But it is nice to have that ability because who knows, a month into Algorand governance, you may want to there might be a token that launches and you would like to use some of that money, but you also don't want to lose the rewards. That's where something like this could come in handy. Or God forbid, you had some sort of minor emergency, but you didn't want to sell your Algorand and lose your rewards. You could borrow a little bit off it, borrow some Algorand, borrow some USDC, send it to an exchange, cash out, and use that money as you wish. That is that though. That is how you commit your Algorand to governance, through the 4 various methods, directly through the foundation page itself, or through the various 3 decentralized protocols that we just went over, Algophy, Volksfinance, and GARD. Now just to do a quick rundown on why you would want to use one of these 3 applications rather than going through the traditional method is because 1, you're contributing to the TVL of the network, and as said before, higher TVL typically correlates to the higher price of the token. 2, it gives you extra liquidity, meaning if you need to access that money for any reason, whether it be a great opportunity in the market or whether it be some struggles that you're dealing with and you just need to access some of that money, it gives you the ability to access that money without liquidating your whole position and losing out on those governance rewards. The downside to the DeFi protocols, however, of course, because we have to be real and there of course is downside risk to everything, the risk would be that one of these smart contracts are exploited, which is partially why I believe if you do choose to go this route, it would probably be wise to do so through all 3 of these various applications, instead of just putting all of your eggs in one basket, because you don't know. GARD could be exploited when Algophy couldn't be, or maybe vice versa, or what have you. You don't want to have 100% of your money in one protocol, just in case there's an exploit. But that goes to say it with anything, whether you're supplying liquidity to a DEX or what have you. You might want to supply liquidity to multiple DEXs just to spread about your risk. And of course, there's risk if you borrow. If you borrow, you want to maintain a good collateral rate because you do not want to be liquidated. Liquidations can be very brutal and they can hurt a lot. You really don't want to be liquidated. Plus, if you're playing too risky and risking liquidations, you're actually contributing to the sell pressure of the token as well. One of the reasons why sometimes there's such a cascading fall in price is because of liquidations that happen. A lot of people having to sell and close out their positions to cover their borrows. On that note, I hope this helped. I do plan on doing more strategic videos in the future of various different strategies I've formed around these platforms and around the DEXs that exist in the ecosystem. There's a lot of yield to be earned, but this video I wanted to focus just primarily on the how-tos. How to commit to governance, why you'd want to commit to governance, because decentralizing the Algorand Foundation, decentralization is the ethos of cryptocurrency, and if the foundation is controlled through centralized mechanisms, is it really fully decentralized? Like, yes, our protocol and our technology might be decentralized, but there's a large sum of money controlled by the Algorand Foundation that they are now letting us decide what to do with through this governance program. So whether you want to participate in governance through the traditional and least risky way we showed you in the first example by just committing directly to the foundation portal and keeping your coins in your wallet, or you want to participate in the 3 various DeFi protocols that we just laid out, it is key to the decentralization of the foundation that you participate. If you liked the content, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. You're definitely going to want to subscribe to the channel as I have a couple interviews lined up that I know you're not going to want to miss. I don't want to spill the beans, but I'm working on one interview from somebody from the Algorand Inc. and one interview of somebody from the Algorand Foundation. I, of course, have a couple other interviews lined up, including ones from AlgoMint founder Michael Cotton, QMG founder or ARC founder Sinjin. We also have Metapunks coming on the show soon, and so much more to come out in the future. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell, smash the thumbs up button, and hit me up in the comments down below to let me know if this video helped you or if there's any other way I could explain this better to you. I will. So on that note, we'll catch you in the next one. I appreciate everyone who stayed to the end of this video, and share this far and wide with anyone that you know that is even the least bit interested in Algorand, because it is crucial for Algorand's success that we have more and more participation in governance and throughout the DeFi ecosystem in order for Algorand to succeed. So, as I've said before, I appreciate all of you for staying to the end of this video. Share it far and wide, like and subscribe. See you later.